totally fucked that up. Okay, let's see if I can get this question and answer to work. Questions from your viewers will show up here. Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully I can get this to work. Why is this question and answer not wanting to work? Hey guys! Oh my gosh. I didn't think I was going to make it today. I was just at my esthetician's office and running late. Man, it was a hot mess. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know when those days where you're just freaking running around? It was one of those days. Working. Okay, yay. Awesome. Yay. Thank you. Okay, I've never done this question and answer before, so thank you guys. It's working. So today, I wanted it to kind of be a free-for-all with the live. I've done different topics before, so we did fitness, we did paleo, and relationships and children. So if you guys have any sorts of questions you want to talk about, we can talk about them here. You can just type it in and let me know. I don't really know what it looks like from your end, so let me know. But today I just went to my esthetician's office. I did BBL, which is broadband light, which helps with wrinkles and lines. And poor connection. What? There's not a poor connection here. And then I did neck tightening as well. So I did this thing called Cryo T-Shock on my neck because, you know, your neck just ages like 7 years faster than your face or something like that. I could have made that up, but for some reason I remember that. But did a Cryo T-Shock on my neck and man, feels weird. It's a little bit red. I'm excited to try it more. You can try it all kinds of different places. You can try it on it's kind of like, you know, this stuff, like Cool Sculpting, it's kind of like that. So you can do neck tightening, you can do tightening of the stomach, you can do tightening on your legs. It helps with just skin firming. It's very interesting. So I'm excited to try it. Let's see. What would you recommend for an esthetician for a first timer? I recommend talking to your esthetician. They're going to know your skin so much better. Something I feel like most everybody can do is dermaplane, and I think that's a really great one. So dermaplane, but just ask your esthetician. They're going to know what's best for you and your face, and they're the professional, and I am not. I get this question all the time. Does your esthetician have any recommendations for other professionals in other cities? I have no clue. You could always call into her office and ask, but I have no clue when it comes to that, who the right person is. Mine was through word of mouth. I found my esthetician through a friend who had beautiful skin, and she recommended her. Let's see. Have you always had such a great sense of humor? Love how you handle yourself in crazy situations. I don't know. I guess I just have really thick skin, maybe, kind of, sometimes. And what better way to deal with some sort of bullshit of people yelling at you and hating you is through humor. And I get that hatred all the time. Is your husband working with you now? No, kind of. He is helping me with photos. He helps me with just kind of a little task that I need for my business. He's been great for that. But yeah, he's not doing a ton of work with me. He's just fucking living a great life right now because he worked nonstop for 14 years, 6 days a week. And so now he gets to do whatever he wants to do for a little bit, like golfing, which he's doing right now. Okay, how much does all this aesthetic stuff typically cost? It's going to totally cost different depending on what you're getting. It could be from a professional that's from head down to the neck and chest, which could be up to $1,000, down to dermaplaning, which is like $50 or $60. So it really depends what you're getting, and what kind of budget you want to spend and how often you want to go. It's going to range all over the place. The microneedling that I did last week, that cost $250. So it really ranges depending on where you go, where you live, and what kind of treatment you're getting done. Let's see. If you had a limited budget, what would your top skincare products and services be? So limited budget, dermaplane. Love it. Get dermaplane done. It takes away dead skin, and then it takes away all those baby hairs on your face, which not only does it cake up the makeup that you put on, but your products can't penetrate as deep. So if you do dermaplane, you take the dead skin layer off and your hair off, you're going to be able to get those products to work way deeper. As for products, I really like vitamin C. I like hyaluronic acid, and I like, what are the other products I'm using right now? I mean, those are my two favorites right now, vitamin C and hyaluronic acid. I think those are great. Who does your photo shoots? Currently my husband. Or my sister-in-law has done my photos for a long time. I also have one of my neighbors is a photographer, so she shot a couple of different posts that I've done. But it's usually my sister-in-law and my husband, so his sister. They're great. She's the best. Kara's the best. My sister-in-law is actually moving in with us for a few months before she's in between places. And so she's going to live with us. So I may force her to do a couple Instagram lives because she's just the fucking best. How's your bathroom remodeling going? Not fucking good. So here's my advice. If you're ever thinking about redoing anything, renovating anything, just fucking don't, okay? Don't do it. Just move. Get a new house. Don't do it. This bathroom started April 1st. What date is it? Like June 19th or something? Are you kidding me? I'm not happy. And then today, what happened? Oh, get this. We get our shower installed, and so it's a rain head that comes down. My husband is like, I don't want to stress you out, but I don't really fit underneath the shower head. How does this happen? How? He's 6'1". He's not like fucking 6'7". How does this happen? So things are going great. No. Has your neck pain improved? Susie asks. Yes, my neck pain has improved. I go to Apollo Soft Tissue in here, and they do, they break up scar tissue. I forget what the exact name is, but if you look up Apollo Soft Tissue, you can find a specialist who does the same thing in your area. It is crazy. I stopped doing CrossFit as much. I only go to CrossFit once every 2 weeks usually, and the neck pain has been incredibly improved from that, but Apollo has changed my life. I cannot recommend them enough. Courtney asks, what do you do for cardio and how often do you combine cardio with your workouts? So nowadays, now that I'm not doing much CrossFit anymore, I lift most of the time. I usually do a cardio workout once or twice a week, and that cardio is either boxing, Versa climber class, so it's like a 30-minute high-intensity class, or I make up my own HIIT training, which is usually 20 to 25 minutes. So I don't do that much cardio. It's once or twice a week. How do you stay away from sugar when you really want it bad? Well, here's the thing. Sugar is like a drug. So the more you do it, the more you crave it. So once you stop doing it, stop doing that drug, you crave it less and less. For me, I have to go cold turkey. So whenever I come back from a vacation where I'm eating whatever I want, I'm drinking. Oh my God, I'm starting to get sweaty as I always do. I'm drinking on, oh God, what? How? We've been on here for 30 seconds and I've sweated through my entire shirt. Anyways, whenever I go on vacation, I drink whatever I want. I eat whatever I want. And I'm usually still eating gluten-free because I don't want to feel like shit. But when I'm in the US. And so when I come back, I cut out all sugar completely. I don't drink, I don't eat sugar, and usually within 3 days, I'm not craving it anymore. So for me, it's cold turkey, or it's having, when I'm not super addicted to sugar, I can have some bars like a cacao bar. The brand is called Cacao. It's Kicao. It's only sold at natural grocers, but it's like raisins, peanuts, and cacao. And it's not super sweet, but it's just enough sugar that it kind of subsides that. But for me, it's cold turkey. That's the only way I can do it. Okay, let's see. What treatment would you recommend for sunspots? Talk to your esthetician. You got to talk to your esthetician or whoever it is, dermatologist, anybody. But talk to them. They're going to know what's best. I know she's done, what do I do? Venus Viva has been good for I don't want to fuck it up, but I've done BBL and I've done Venus Viva, and both of those I think have been helpful for sunspots, but go to a professional. Did you ever track macros? I've never tracked macros. So I've only ever done, what was it called? Damn it, now I'm forgetting. It was right at the beginning of starting CrossFit. So like 2010, I started, I'm forgetting what it's called, but you counted blocks. And so it was very similar to macros, but I find myself if I would do something like macros, I would become incredibly obsessive. And for my personality type, this does not work. And I do not want to count how many tablespoons of tomato sauce I put into something. I don't want to count anything. And I know I would get more and more obsessed with getting less and less calories in because I've had an obsessive personality like that in the past. So I don't count macros. I just try to eat lots of greens, eat clean sources of protein, healthy fats, and then sometimes add in those starchy carbohydrates when I'm craving them more. Which vitamin C products do you recommend? I really love, I think I've used a vitamin C from Vivant Skincare and Beyond Complexion are two of my favorite brands. Vivant Skincare, Beyond Complexion. Who does your hair and what products do you use? I go to Carrie Smiley at Salon 695 and I use a shit ton of different kinds of products. I actually did a hair products post on paleomg.com. So instead of going through all of them because I like a bunch of different brands, go to paleomg.com. You can go to the beauty tab and I have all my favorite hair products there. Zoe, did I hear that right? You're actually blonde. Yes, I am a natural blonde. I just got my hair dyed today. I had someone let me know that they sent me a message and told me they weren't trolling me, but I'm obviously balding and need to see a specialist. So thanks for that, stranger. I really was hoping for unsolicited advice. But yeah, when my blonde hair grows in, it looks like I'm balding. It's really great. I haven't been blonde since I was 15 years old, and I don't plan to go back. I just never felt like a natural blonde. It didn't make me feel good. So I do this. Did you always have such perfect teeth? You have beautiful teeth. Oh my God, I love you, Crystal. No, I had braces. And then when I started dating my husband, not only was I ridden with acne and embarrassed about that, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to spend the night with my husband? Or, well, my boyfriend back then, or the guy I was dating and, having a fun time with. So, when I first started dating him, I was so nervous. So I didn't want to wear my retainer because that's embarrassing. And guess what? My teeth moved. And so then I had to do Invisalign. And so now we're married. Who gives a fuck? I wear my retainer every single night. Oh man, this question. What camera do you use for food photos? I don't know because my friend was like, you should buy this camera. My friend Lexi from Lexi's Clean Kitchen, she said, buy this camera. It's awesome. And so I said, okay, but it's like Canon 5D Mark. I don't know. But you can message me and I can always actually look at it and let you know. Hey, I'm moving to Austin. What are your favorite restaurants there? All the recommendations welcome. Oh my gosh, I have so many. Go to my blog, go to the travel section. I have book tour that has my different stops that I went in Austin. And then I have a bunch of different Austin posts. But yeah, go there because I have so many. And it's been years of going to Austin. And so I have a bunch of different ones that range all over the place. What was your breast augmentation recovery like? Getting it on Friday. You go, girl. Okay, so I was 20 when I got mine done, so that was 11 years ago. So it's kind of hard to remember. So I don't know. I mean, it's uncomfortable. I remember I got really sick from the pain relievers mixed with the muscle relaxers. And so I'm vomiting as I have these new things strapped to my chest it's not a comfortable feeling. So, yeah, I wasn't really working out intensely at that time. And so I don't have a real gauge on recovery fitness wise. The only thing I was doing was like walking on the treadmill and the elliptical and Stairmaster at that point. So I wasn't lifting weights. So I can't talk to that. But just listen to your doctor. It hurts and then your muscles relax and it's not too bad. Everybody has a different experience. Yours could be completely different than my own. But yeah, it was totally worth it and I loved it. Hey, Tara. I love Tara. Let's see. Does fruit trigger sugar cravings? It can for some people. I know plenty of people who eat fruit on a regular basis and don't have an issue. For me, it does. Whenever I'm eating fruit, I crave more sugar, and so I don't eat a ton of fruit. And yeah, someone's question, do you eat fruit? I really don't eat much fruit. I just don't crave fruit that much. Honestly, I know that sounds so annoying because I'm like, I'd much rather eat vegetables, which is fucking weird, but there's not a ton of fruit that I love. And when I'm on vacation and maybe we have more fresh fruit available, but I just don't. Zone diet, thank you. Yeah, I just don't crave fruit that much. So many people, zone diet, and I'm just seeing these. Will you be hosting another trip in the future? I hope so. I had so much fun on my trip to France. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to go to Italy. How fun would that be to do another group trip, but to Italy? Think about it. Okay, let's see. What's face serum? Okay, face cleanser, serum, and moisturizer do you use? Honestly, every day is a little different. I need to do a blog post about this, but I really love Vivant Skincare. They have a Mandelic wash. Oh, that's another serum I use is Mandelic acid. So I use a Mandelic wash with buffing grains from Vivant Skincare. I really love those two together. It's just really great for acne prone skin like mine. And then I use a Mandelic acid. I'm using a 15% right now, which is pretty strong, and I had to work my way up to that. And then moisturizers, I really love a Beyond Complexion one that has SPF in it. So Vivant Skincare and Beyond Complexion, those are the two that I've been loving. Let's see. Okay. Favorite Denver restaurant for a special occasion. I love Garden Grace. Their cocktails are bomb and oh my God, they have the best like miso black cod ever. Oh. But I just went to a restaurant called Softa. And it's Middle Eastern, Mediterranean style food, and it was so freaking good. So that's kind of at my top right now for kind of special occasions where you're spending a little bit more money. Do you whiten your teeth? Yes, I whiten my teeth usually about once a year, and I just use Crest white strips. Yeah, love them. Where will your next overseas trip be? I'm going to the Bahamas next month. I'm going with Tradewinds. I've talked about this on my blog in the past. Tradewinds is a company. It's like a kind of all-inclusive catamaran trip. It's almost like I'm forgetting what I'm trying to say, but it's just an all-inclusive 7-day trip where they make all your meals. You're traveling through on the boat from island to island. So we're going to the Bahamas. Yeah, I'm pumped for that. Let's see. Will Jackson ever be getting a sibling? So here's the thing. Jackson is a good only child, as am I. So he likes pretty much like one other dog. And so if we could adopt that dog, it would be awesome. But we would really want Jackson to meet the dog and get to know him. And it would just suck. It would just suck because he's very territorial of me. And I know he would fight with the other animal, with the dog about the food and me. And it would just be kind of annoying. So we always go back and forth about it. It would be awesome to get another dog and have someone for him to play with, but one dog is pretty great too. So I don't know, man. And our house is not big. So we could not have a bigger dog, but having 2 dogs and 2 sets of hair everywhere, I don't know, man. Dog hair is annoying. Tattoo removal update. I have my 4th appointment next month, the beginning of next month. And yeah, it's going fine. It's kind of at the stage where it feels like nothing's progressing, but it definitely has faded a good amount. I just want it to go faster than it is, but this tattoo removal has been awesome. Awesome. I just am so excited about it. It's like 20 seconds for each appointment, and it barely hurts. I mean, it hurts for a second, but not as bad as everyone has said in the past with past actual laser machines. This new laser is awesome. Let's see. What were you involved in growing up as an only child? My daughter is 1 and will be an only child. I was in dance class. I was a Girl Scout. I was a swimmer. I was in a lot of daycare because both my parents worked. And that's about it. That's kind of all I was in. I wish I was in more sports. It would have really helped me out. Let's see. Are you going to have kids? You need to go back to my last Instagram live, or like 2 Instagram lives ago. No plans to have kids. Who knows if that will ever change? Don't want them. What is your go-to indulgence food? I would say it's anything sweet, chocolatey. Like a flourless chocolate cake. Fuck yeah, do me. Let's see. Where do you go for your tattoo removal? I'm going to Rocky Mountain Laser College. So what's so cool about this laser place, since it's a teaching school, she gets all of her lasers for free. And so they want to give her the laser to teach the other people in the area, so they purchase that laser. So she gets these lasers for free, and that's why she can do appointments for so cheap. It's fucking awesome. So instead of paying like $300 per appointment, you can get it for $100, depending on the tattoo, I'm sure, but $100, or you can have a student do it for $50 per appointment. Pretty fucking awesome. Not that awesome for what I paid, $150 total in college. Real cool. How long did it take you to potty train Jackson? Well, it felt like a fucking eternity, I'll tell you that. We were in an apartment, like on the 2nd floor, I think it was the 2nd floor, and teaching him to go to the door, then go down the hallway, then go down 2 flights of stairs was pretty hard to teach a puppy. So it's probably, I can't remember, it's all blur, and we got rid of a lot of pieces of our couch. At this one point, I'm sitting playing with Jackson, he gets up on the couch, looks at me, and takes a piss while he's just staring at me like, hey bitch, I have you. And I called my husband crying. Puppy training's hard, but it probably took a solid couple months. We ended up getting a pee pad for our balcony, and then potty training was like that. It was easy as ever, but he couldn't hold it all the way down. But yeah, it took probably a couple months. Do you get dip or gel manicures? I get acrylic with gel on top. Let's see. How many treatments is it for tattoo removal? It's going to be, she said 6, but I'm guessing it's going to be probably 8. And so I have my 4th one coming up in July. So it'll probably be into December until it's fully gone. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Do you think you'll ever move away from Denver? That is like such a hard one because Denver is fucking awesome. I love that I live in Denver. I love that I bought a house early enough before it exploded even more. And so if we ever move away from Denver, I wouldn't want to sell our house because I would want to be able to move back if I could. But we have amazing seasons here. It's beautiful. I mean, it's like perfect outside. It's 80 degrees. The snow comes and goes really fast. So sure, I complain the entire winter about snow, but it's gone usually by the next day. And then once the summer comes, you appreciate it even more. So if we ever did move, I would want to move to somewhere like San Diego or Austin, which are just as expensive. So I don't know. No plans. Give us tips on how you organize your pantry so amazing. Girl, Amber, go to my blog and just search pantry. and my pantry post will pop up. It shows how I organize my pantry and gives all the kind of tips and the containers I used. It has the full breakdown there. Pantry organization is the best. It makes you feel so much better in your life. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm in my 20s. This Mo is asking, I'm in my 20s and things can be rough. Did you find that when you got into your 30s, things got better? I've heard 30s are when life makes sense finally. So I feel like I finally kind of came into my own probably when I was like 27, a little bit more, maybe 28. And I'm 31 now. And what I think happens in your 30s is you just kind of stop giving a fuck. Hopefully you're one of those people who stops giving a fuck, because just letting go of the people who are toxic in your life and not letting the things that upset you really hold you down. So I feel like I'm better at getting over things. I'm better at saying, you know what, I do not need that friendship in my life and getting rid of it. And I'm better at just dealing with the upset, because my upsets are from online randos that I've never met before talking shit and saying mean things about me. And before, it used to bug me for days and days and days, maybe even weeks, and it would make me so sad. And now I'm just like, man, if that person has the time and energy to put hatred onto me, they're having a really hard time. So I just don't absorb things like I used to. And so that's what I think happens in your 30s is you just like, whatever, I got shit to do. I just don't have time for this. And so I would say it gets better probably every 10 years. You're like, fuck, I care less and less. That's why you see old people saying whatever they want. Or like my neighbor creeping in windows. She doesn't give a fuck. She's like, she will come into our backyard. I'm like, hey, you have to get out of here. You can't be looking in people's windows. But she's like 90 years old. She doesn't give a fuck. Let's see. Are we able to watch your old Instagram lives? I missed one a few weeks ago. So I found out after my first one. So I did not save my first one. I didn't know that you could save these Instagram lives. But every single one from after the first one, I save it and then I put it onto my blog on Saturdays. So you can either rewatch the video or you can go to my podcast and listen to my Instagram live. So every Saturday that goes on the blog. So in case you miss any of them, you're good to go. So I'm 38 and my life still makes 0 sense. Don't we have that? I mean, that's going to happen. No matter what, you're going to feel that at sometimes. And she also says, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah, girl. Yes. Okay. Gets even better in your 30s. Sorry. It gets even better in your 40s. You actually don't sweat the small stuff. Exactly. I'm getting ready for my first laser treatment for rosacea. Any advice or tips to prepare? I would ask your esthetician. Always ask your esthetician first. I'm not sure what treatment you're doing. And a lot of treatments you don't really need to prepare beforehand. So I would ask your esthetician. Rachel asks, do you ever get bored, feel isolated working from home? Absolutely. So I go to a million different coffee shops. So yesterday I went to a coffee shop first thing in the morning. I got a nitro cold brew, big mistake, drank about, I don't know, an eighth of it and thought I was going to die. So I moved on to another coffee shop and got a snack over there. And so I like to break my day up into being in different places. So I always like to go to the gym. I like to go to a coffee shop. I like to meet for lunch with a friend so I have human interaction. And so I break it up for sure. And having my husband helps a little bit too now. But I've been doing it for so long, I'm pretty used to it. I think it's hard for people who don't do it on a regular basis or who have been in the corporate world where you're around people all the time and then going away from them feels weird. But I never really had that. I was working at a gym and then I came home and I'm an only child also, so I don't mind. What's the difference between dermapen and microneedling? I'm pretty sure it's really similar. It's just maybe the microneedling is a bigger spot, and usually microneedling, if you're doing the professional microneedling, you have to do it in a professional setting. You can use a microneedle at home. It's just not going to get as deep as what your esthetician or professional can do. And then the Dermapen, I've used the Dermapen in just specific places. So I have like scarring around my cheeks from acne, and so I've used the Dermapen there in those places, and so I think it's just more specialized for smaller versus the microneedle. You can do all over your face. It's going to get more of your serums into your face, and then you can do the professional microneedling. I can't wait to do it again. Oh my God. What would your last meal be? Oh my God. How have I not thought of this? Let's see. Okay. I would probably have this passion fruit cocktail that I had in Portland. It's called the Sexy Mama. I'm not remembering the restaurant, but I have it in a Portland post on my blog under the travel section. It's called the Sexy Mama. It's a spicy passion fruit cocktail. It's fucking outrageous good. And I don't even like cocktails. Outrageous good? That wasn't great. And then I would have probably, okay, now I'm thinking of it, black miso, miso black cod, outrageously good. And then I would have flourless chocolate cake. And that'll probably be different tomorrow, but that's what sounds really great right now. What inspired you to start your blog? So I was, what time is it? I'm going to like run this for 2 hours and nobody will be here at the end. So I was doing the nutrition section for a gym I was working at, and I really loved it. I loved writing. I loved teaching people new information that they didn't know, especially about nutrition. And so when I left that gym, I wanted to continue that. And someone's like, just start a blog. I didn't know what the fuck a blog was. And they helped me set up paleomg.com. And the rest is history. What was the most romantic place you and your husband went to? You know, I'm not a super romantic person. We went to a really amazing resort in Cabo, and that was, I don't find things like super romantic. I'm just not the lovey-dovey type, but we went to, I forget everything. I have a terrible memory, but I have a blog post about it. This feels like I'm pushing you guys to my blog. I'm sorry. But I have a blog post about this last hotel we stayed at in Cabo, and the cocktails were amazing. It has like a jacuzzi in the patio of your room that overlooks the ocean, and it's like crashing waves in the morning. And so that, and the bedroom, the rooms were beautiful. The room service was awesome. And so I think that's what I find romantic, is just like not having to do shit and just spending quality time with each other. So yeah, I loved that. Let's see. Any tips for hangovers? Okay, this is what you need to do. When you are drunk at night, get home and drink a fuck ton of water. Drink it until you just like think you're just gonna pee all night long. Good, pee it out. Get that toxins out of your body. Drink 2 of these. These are 40 ounces, okay? Might as well drink 2 of them. Drink it out and continue drinking until you fall asleep. And then when you wake up, drink another 2 of these. That's really the only thing that gets this shit out of you. Sorry. And if you don't want to be hungover, just don't drink.